All right, and recording. Greetings and salutations, fellow YouTubians. My name's Terry Andrews Jr., also known as the J5 Guru. Please excuse the crudity of this particular video. Do not attempt to replicate what I'm going to do in this video. Yeah, this is inherently stupid. But I've never been accused of being a great thinker. So anyhow, what this video is going to consist of is I'm going to take one of these let me see, this is a 4-gauge battery lug, okay, and it is so it's meant for a 4-gauge wire. I hope, again, I apologize if this is not focusing. And a 5/16 hole in here, and what I have done is I have inserted 2 8-gauge wires into this one, okay, and I have double crimped it because it's not designed for 2 8-gauge wires, and if you just crimp it with a standard die, it obviously doesn't crimp enough. So I crimped it first. I crimped it with the let me see, the 6-gauge die, which shrunk it down, and then hit it with the 4-gauge, and that took it to its final dimensions, and hopefully this is focused in. So I did a previous video on this where I showed, the double crimping. Okay, so I got a piece of Superworm 8-gauge wire. This wire has, I believe, 1,000, 1,650 strands. Since this is looped around, that's what would it be? Like 3,300, I believe, individual tiny little strands of conductor. And I've got this little piece here to act as a strain relief. Yeah, because this is going to be inherently stupid. Again, don't do this at home, folks. Got a 5/16 bolt. I'm going to slip through here. And I'm going to mount that up here. So what I'm doing here is I'm testing this for strength. I want to see, because apparently if you crimp, a good crimp is what's considered a cold weld, okay? And it is a cold, it basically, it seals it up so good that it's considered a cold weld, and it's also what they, it's impenetrable to gas. So basically, it's as good as you can get without some sort of brazing or soldering, which I don't want to do. Personally, I don't think it's required in our application for the Johnny 5 robot. And I want to retain that. I don't want a hard area down in here where, eventually, because this has to be bent and it might move and flex. And over time, if the solder does wick down into these portions that aren't designed to bend and aren't supposed to bend, it'll eventually, work harden and break. So, no trickery going on here. Now, I will say the scale's not exactly 100% accurate. It's a big game scale. And I'm going to be standing in the bottom of this thing. And let me see. Hopefully, when I stand on that, yeah. Okay, again, don't do this, okay? I'm just a YouTube idiot, yeah, don't try to replicate this. So we're going to see if it will basically handle the weight of a 200-pound gorilla. So fingers crossed. God, this is, I have no idea what's going to happen here. This is inherently stupid. So we're up to 50, 100, 150. Oh God, this sucks. Don't break, don't break. Okay, over 200, 220 I'm showing. Okay. Yeah, it's holding. It's yep. Okay, there we go. And I'm gonna take all the weight off of here now. Again, I don't want anybody to come. Oh God, this sucks. If I fall, I'm gonna break something. Okay, so yeah. So I'm gonna say it's 200 pounds. swinging. Yeah. Oh, man. I do this for you, so you don't have to do this sort of silliness. So again, to show that there's no silliness or connivery going on. Yeah, I keep it right in. Well, I'll just bring it right over, I guess. Here we go. So hopefully that is focusing. I will look here. No broken conductors. No signs of any sort of fatigue or stress. Nothing. There's a little bit of, a tiny bit of deformation here at the top of the lug. But that's to be expected, of course. I mean, for God's sake, you're only expecting a tiny amount of cross section there. And this is copper. This is tin plated copper. So this is Selterm, I believe, terminals. This is the 4 gauge 5/16. These are Underwriter Laboratory, tested, rated. So there we go. Yes, I'm not soldering mine. I understand that soldering or brazing is something that is commonly done in industry. I don't see a purpose for it in our application, and I would much rather if it's mechanically that strong and fused in there that strong, my thinking says electrically it's as good as it gets. A little bit of solder or brazing on there is not going to make a significant of enough difference and does not offset the possibility, or in my mind, probability, that solder will wick down into the wire. It will harden that area because it will now become more of it, instead of flexible, it will become more of a hard wire, and over time that is a potential failure point. So there we go. Nothing scientific. Yeah, and I'm sure there are people out there going, oh, there are benefits of, yeah, I understand it. In this application, yeah, there's no need to solder. And that was done with a hydraulic crimper. I'll grab it real quick just so you can see. Let me see here. Here we go. So yeah, I got this off of, oh, there we go. Hopefully I'm in frame. Got this off of Amazon. It's like 40 or 50 bucks. These things are wonderful. Oh my God. I know Harbor Freight sells them. I can't attest to the quality of them, but this one so far has held up good. And yeah, I'm very happy with it. So there we go. Terry Andrews Jr., J5 Guru, saying bye for now. Hope you've learned something. And yeah, I've learned that, yeah, a good crimp is worth its weight in gold. And again, don't do this. You've already seen me do it. It works, okay? Yeah, just go go about your life, and don't you be doing this sort of silliness. Okay, that's it. Hopefully this video turned out okay. I don't have a monitor I can look at. I'm looking at the webcam, so there we go. G5 Guru is saying bye for now. Go build something cool. All right. And as always, the monkey pushes the button.